Archangel Michael has an urgent vision to share specifically for you today. You've been carrying a heavy burden for so long, knowing truths that others refuse to see. The isolation of seeing clearly while everyone around you remains blind has been painful beyond words. Those who doubted you, dismissed your warnings, or even called you crazy are about to experience a shocking awakening. Archangel Michael reveals that the exact timeline for this revelation is now unfolding. The divine justice moment you've been waiting for is finally here. You've been spiritually protected during this painful waiting period, even when you felt completely alone. The synchronicities you've noticed, the dreams filled with blue light, the sudden inner knowing that keeps growing stronger, these are all signs that the revelation is imminent. This isn't about revenge or proving others wrong. This is about divine truth being revealed in a way that no one can deny anymore. The vindication you deserve is coming, and Archangel Michael wants you prepared for this powerful moment. Archangel Michael reveals that certain people in your life have been living in complete denial of the truth you tried to show them. They refused to see your insights, ignored your warnings, and dismissed your genuine spiritual perception. These individuals chose comfortable lies over uncomfortable truths because facing reality felt too threatening to their worldview. They may have gaslit you, making you question your own perception and sanity. Some actively worked to discredit you when you spoke your truth to others. They painted you as dramatic, paranoid, or unstable. Others simply turned away, choosing willful ignorance over facing the reality you tried to help them see. This blindness has caused you deep pain and profound isolation. But now, circumstances beyond anyone's control are about to force their eyes open. Events are unfolding in the physical world that will make your truth absolutely undeniable. The very things you warned about are manifesting in ways they cannot ignore or explain away. Their comfortable illusions are about to shatter completely, leaving them disoriented and seeking answers. Archangel Michael wants you prepared for this moment of mass awakening among those who dismissed you. How they react when truth hits them will test your spiritual strength and boundaries. This revelation will change your relationships forever. The moment of truth is closer than anyone realizes, and you must be ready. Think about the intuitive knowing you've carried that others dismissed as paranoia or overthinking. Those weren't random fears, they were spiritual downloads of truth that your soul recognized even when others couldn't see it yet. The specific predictions or warnings you gave that people laughed off are now starting to manifest exactly as you described. Your spiritual sensitivity allowed you to see patterns, energies, and truths that others missed completely. You felt the wrongness in situations where everyone else saw nothing concerning. The gaslighting you endured when you tried to share your truth was brutal, being told you were imagining things, being too sensitive, or creating drama where none existed. Relationships were damaged or even destroyed because you refused to pretend not to see what you clearly saw. The loneliness of carrying knowledge that others aren't ready to accept has been one of your greatest challenges. Dreams and visions showed you what was coming, but when you tried to warn people, they dismissed these spiritual messages as meaningless. Archangel Michael sent you subtle confirmations through signs and synchronicities, feathers, repeating numbers, blue lights, assuring you that your perception was accurate. Animals and children often validated your perceptions when adults wouldn't, becoming nervous or withdrawn around the same people and situations that troubled you. You experienced physical sensations around certain people or in specific situations, sudden nausea, headaches, or overwhelming heaviness that others didn't seem to feel. There were sudden clarity moments when truth downloaded into your awareness like a complete understanding appearing instantly. The cost of speaking truth has been high, ridicule, isolation, and being called dramatic or unstable. You've watched the situation develop exactly as your intuition predicted, feeling relief mixed with sadness about being proven right. Archangel Michael kept you aware when others remained asleep because you have an important role as a truth bearer in their lives. Archangel Michael reveals how the truth will become undeniable to those who've been living in denial. External events are creating circumstances that will force acknowledgement, things happening in the physical world that match exactly what you've been saying. The shock and disorientation people experience when their illusions shatter is profound and destabilizing. Watch how quickly their certainty will crumble when faced with undeniable reality. People who were absolutely sure you were wrong will suddenly question everything they thought they knew. They'll go through various stages: first denial, insisting there must be another explanation, then anger at the situation and possibly at you for being right, then bargaining as they try to minimize the truth, and finally acceptance when they can no longer avoid what's real. Some will remember your warnings clearly and feel deep regret for not listening. Others will conveniently forget that you tried to tell them, rewriting history to protect their ego. There will be a specific moment when they realize you were right all along. You might see it in their eyes, hear it in their suddenly humble tone, or notice how they can't quite meet your gaze anymore. Their perception of you will shift dramatically and suddenly. You'll go from being the crazy one to being the wise one, from dramatic to insightful, from paranoid to prophetic. Some will approach you seeking understanding and guidance, finally ready to hear what you've been trying to tell them. Others will avoid you completely out of shame for how they treated you and embarrassment about being so wrong. The apologies may or may not come. Some people will acknowledge how they dismissed you, while others will never quite admit they were wrong. Their world will feel unstable as truth replaces the false beliefs they built their sense of security on. The discomfort they experience facing what they denied will be intense, but this awakening, though painful for them, is ultimately healing. Truth, even when hard, sets people free from the prison of comfortable lies. Archangel Michael offers crucial guidance on responding with grace and wisdom when these people's eyes finally open. The temptation to say, "I told you so," will be strong, and you need to understand why resisting this urge serves your highest good. Gloating or rubbing their faces in being wrong lowers your vibration and creates unnecessary karma. The challenge is learning how to hold firm boundaries while still showing compassion for their disorientation. They will be vulnerable and confused, seeking your guidance and reassurance. You must protect yourself while deciding whether and how to help each person. Here's the truth Archangel Michael wants you to understand. Not everyone deserves access to your wisdom after how they treated you. You must discern who is genuinely ready to hear truth versus who simply wants comfort and reassurance without real change. There's a difference between authentic awakening and temporary panic that will fade once the immediate crisis passes. Learn how to share insight without taking on their emotional burden or making their awakening your responsibility. Set clear expectations about what you will and won't do. Some people will expect you to guide them through everything, but you don't owe anyone immediate forgiveness or unlimited access to your time and energy. Protect your energy carefully while others process their revelations. The importance of letting natural consequences teach their lessons cannot be overstated. Sometimes the best thing you can do is step back and let them work through it. Be a lighthouse that shows the way without becoming a life raft that carries their weight. Speak truth with love but also with firm boundaries. Recognize the difference between genuine transformation and performative awakening, where people say what you want to hear without real internal change. Some relationships will deepen through this experience while others must end. The spiritual maturity required to witness others' pain without trying to fix it is significant, but trust divine timing for each person's unique awakening journey. Archangel Michael's shield of blue light surrounds you during this intense transition period. As others experience chaos and confusion, you need daily practices to stay grounded and centered. Begin each morning with this prayer: Archangel Michael, I call upon your protection and clarity. Help me maintain my center as others awaken. Give me compassion without sacrificing my boundaries, and wisdom to know when to speak and when to remain silent. Use visualization techniques to prevent absorbing the panic energy that newly awakened people will be radiating. Imagine a mirror of blue light surrounding you that reflects their chaos back to them while keeping your own energy field clear and calm. After intense conversations with newly awakened people, cleanse your space immediately by opening windows, clapping 3 times, and burning sage or incense. The importance of maintaining your spiritual routine during this time cannot be overstated. This is not the moment to skip your meditation, prayer, or grounding practices. You need them more than ever. Recognize when you need to step back completely and restore your energy through solitude and rest. Before encountering people going through their awakening, practice blue light boundary meditation. Visualize yourself surrounded by a sphere of protective blue light that maintains your emotional equilibrium regardless of their reactions. Use sound clearing when heavy energy accumulates. Bells, singing bowls, or even your own voice humming can break up dense emotional residue. Take salt baths to cleanse emotional residue from others' awakenings that might cling to your energy field. Carry protective crystals during this intense period. Black tourmaline, selenite, or amethyst work particularly well. Keep a journal to process your own feelings about their awakening, the complex mix of vindication, sadness, and perhaps anger that surfaces needs healthy expression. Archangel Michael wants you to understand why this revelation serves everyone's highest good, even those who will suffer through the painful awakening process. Truth, though initially painful, creates the foundation for authentic healing that comfortable lies could never provide. This is the divine timing of this awakening. It's happening now because collective consciousness has reached a tipping point where enough people are ready to see clearly. How collective consciousness shifts when enough people see truth creates waves that affect everyone. Your role in the larger spiritual awakening happening globally is more significant than you realize. You were chosen to see truth early and carry it alone as preparation for this exact moment. The lonely journey you've walked provided training for your soul's mission that couldn't have come any other way. Witnessing their awakening completes a karmic cycle that's been playing out across lifetimes. The healing that becomes possible once everyone sees clearly will transform relationships from their foundations. New connections can be built on truth rather than comfortable illusions. The stronger foundation created when pretense is stripped away allows real intimacy and trust. This moment serves the evolution of everyone involved, including those experiencing the painful shattering of their illusions. The compassion that grows from watching others struggle with what you've already processed is profound. Judgment would only lower your vibration and slow the collective healing that's trying to occur. The gift of being proven right comes with the responsibility of handling vindication wisely. This experience refines your spiritual gifts and discernment in ways that will serve your future mission. Life after the revelation will bring changes you've been waiting for, while some things remain surprisingly the same. New respect and trust will come from those who now see your spiritual sight clearly and value the gift you carry. The deeper connections possible with those who genuinely awaken will feel like finally finding your true spiritual family. You'll need to release relationships with those who still choose denial even after seeing truth, as some people will close their eyes again once the immediate crisis passes. Your expanded role as a guide for others navigating truth will open naturally as people seek your wisdom. This vindication opens new spiritual doors and opportunities that were blocked while you were dismissed as unreliable. The peace that comes from no longer carrying truth alone brings a lightness you haven't felt in years. You'll notice increased confidence in trusting your intuition publicly without second-guessing yourself constantly. This experience strengthens your gifts for future situations where your discernment will be needed. The wisdom gained from witnessing mass awakening becomes a permanent part of your spiritual toolkit. New allies will appear who also see clearly, creating the support network you've desperately needed. Your voice will carry new weight and authority that comes from being proven right. With this recognition comes responsibility as a truth seer, but this is just the beginning of your spiritual mission. Archangel Michael stands beside you right now as this timeline activates faster than expected. The revelation is unfolding more quickly than anyone anticipated, and you must take specific preparation steps immediately before the awakening fully occurs. Strengthen your spiritual protection for the intense energy ahead by performing the blue light meditation daily without exception. The importance of staying grounded in your truth without wavering cannot be overstated. You'll be tempted to doubt yourself when people react with shock and anger. Follow Archangel Michael's guidance on maintaining grace during their shock and confusion rather than becoming defensive or angry. Your spiritual stability during this time will help others navigate their disorientation. You become the calm center in their storm. The courage required to stand firm in truth as others' worlds shake around them is significant, but you've been preparing for this moment. Show your appreciation for this divine guidance through super thanks up to $20. This energy exchange strengthens the angelic protection surrounding you during the revelation and helps sustain this channel of divine communication. Your readiness for this moment determines how smoothly it unfolds for everyone involved. Trust that everything is happening in perfect divine timing. The vindication you've waited for is finally here. Archangel Michael's sword of truth stands ready beside you.